Welcome, Raider fans, to this evening's event. Today we have Bacon County facing off against Bryan County. First batter for Bryan County was Brian Meyer. He struck out. Second batter is going to pop up, which is Cage, to the left fieldsman, Cooper Brown. It's going to bring up two down for Bacon County. It's going to bring up Cam Smith for Bryan at the bat. We'll take a second, go around the horn. Looks like we got Trey Thomas on third, Jacob Smith on second, Mason Michael on second, Caleb Howson on first, and Bennett Arney behind the plate. It's like Wes Livingston on the mound. Got Chase Kirkland in right field, Cooper Brown in left, and Adam Newberry in center. The ball's going to be called for a strike. It's going to bring the count to 2-1. 2 outs for the Red Raiders. Ball's going to be hit right over second base. It fell right into that hole for a base hit for Cam Smith.
2 away. Runners on the first.
It's going to bring up 2 outs from the runner on first for the Red Raiders.
And number 24, Dawson Brown. So that runner on first. 2 away.
Dawson Brown's now up for the Bryan County. That ball is going to be called a ball for the first pitch. Ball is going to be lifted into left field. Should be an easy play for Cooper. It is. It's going to be 3 away for the Red Raiders. Going to bring them into the bottom of the first inning. We're going to take a quick moment on our sponsors. We'll be right back. And we're back in the bottom of the first inning. Wes Livingston's going to read off for the Bacon County Red Raiders. After him is number 1, Adam Newberry. First pitch is going to be taken for a strike by Wes. That ball's going to be a little bit outside for Wes. We're going to bring the count to 1-1. Ground ball hit the shortstop. Shortstop's going to bobble. Makes a short throw to first base, and Wes is going to beat it out by a mile. It's going to bring up Adam Newberry up to bat with the runner on first.
On deck, Caleb Houston. Number 2, Jacob Smith. Be looking for that bat.
Ball's going to be a little outside for Adam. It's going to bring the count to 1-0. Ball's popped up behind the fence. It's going to bring the count to 1-1 for Adam. Ball's going to go behind Adam's back. Rest is going to be able to move to second. The pass ball. Count is now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. No out. Runner on second. And the batter is Adam Newberry. On deck, Caleb Houston.
That ball's going to be a little bit outside. Brings the count to 3-1. The pitcher for the Bryan County Redskins is Dawson Brown. He pitches for a strike. It's going to bring the count to full. With the runner on second for the Red Raiders. Ball's going to be out or a little bit high. It's going to let Adam go to first. The runner's at first and second now for the Red Raiders. That's going to bring up Caleb.
Cooper Brown be looking for that bat.
Ball's hit really high in the air. It's like it's going to be the second baseman's ball. He's going to field it. It's going to be 1 out for Red Raiders with runners on first and second. Now at the bat's Jacob Smith. Cooper Brown on deck.
Now batting for the Red Raiders, number 2, Jacob Smith. On deck, Cooper Brown. 1 away, runners on first and second.
Off-speed pitch is going to be a little bit outside. Called for a ball. Another pitch a little bit high. Also a ball. It's going to bring the count 2-0 for Jacob.
Runners on first and second.
another ball high. It's going to be 3 balls, no strikes for Jacob. Yeah, I think it's going to be right down the middle if he's going to swing at it. Ball right on the edge of the plate, call for a strike. It's going to bring the count to 3-1. That probably could have gone either way. Another ball a little bit even further outside. It's going to bring the count to full. That probably could have went either way as well. Runners still on first and second for the Bacon County Red Raiders. Ball outside, and Jacob Smith's going to be able to go to first. Going to bring the bases full. Cooper Brown at the bat. They have the chance to tack on a few runs right here with a base hit from Cooper. Possibly 2. Ball's going to be outside for Coop. With only 1 out for the Raiders. That ball's going to be taken for a strike. It's going to bring the count to 1-1.
And the count is 1-1.
With 1 out, bases loaded.
And the bases are loaded.
Ball's going to be swung on, hit the first baseman. They're going to try to get the runner at second. They do, but 1 run will score with a base hit from Cooper Brown. It's going to bring the score to 1-0 for the Bacon County Red Raiders in the bottom of the first. Runners now at first and third with 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Jake Elrod for the Raiders.
Now the batter is number 14, Jake Elrod. On deck, Mason Mike. 2 away. Runners on first and second.
Pitcher's going to step off the mound. We're going to go back to the bags. Ball's going to be high for Jake. It's going to bring the count to 1-0. That ball's going to be called a strike. Off-speed pitch is going to be in the dirt.
3-1. 2 away.
Counts now 3-1. Runners still on first and third. Correction, it's 2-1 is the count. That ball is right on the edge of the plate. Called it a strike a while ago, and he stays with it.
Strikes 2 away. Runners on first and third.
Count's going to be 2-2 for Jake now. 2 outs. I think Cooper probably maybe stealing. No, ball is hit. Third baseman's going to field it. Low throw by the third baseman. The first baseman scoops it. That's going to be 3 outs for the Red Raiders. We're going to go into the top of the second. We'll be right back after we honor our sponsors. Be back in a moment. And we're back in the top of the second. Leading off for Bryan County Redskins is Landon Thompson, followed by Caleb Jones on deck. Ball's going to be a little bit high. That ball's going to drop in a little bit inside. Brings the count to 1-1.
One strike. Yeah.
Ball may have been a little bit high. Umpire calls it for a ball. Brings the count to 2-1 for the leadoff batter. That ball may have been a little bit too inside. Probably could have gone either way. But it's going to bring the count to 3-1. That ball's going to be called a strike, though. Count is now full for number 10. That ball's going to be fouled off by number 10. Count remains 3-2.
Foul ball on the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Ball's hitting the gap right behind second base. Adam Newberry's going to be coming in and field it. They're going to get it in second. Runner holds it first. That's going to bring up Caleb Jones for the Redskins. Put a runner on first and no outs.
On deck, number 12, John Dow.
Ball called for a strike. It's going to be 0-1 for Caleb. It's going to be a bunt attempt. He's going to get it down. West picks it up, fires the first for the out. Runner does advance to second, though. Puts him in a scoring position with the 1 out for the Redskins.
1 out. Now batting, number 12, John Dow. On deck,
That's going to bring up number 12, John Dow. He's a lefty. Ball's going to be a little outside. Ball's going to be a little bit low. Also called for a ball. It's going to bring the count to 2-0. Pick up him to second. Runner is going to get back in time. That ball's going to be called a strike. Count is now 2-1
run on second. 1 away.
for the Redskins. 1 out. Runner still on second. Ball's hit back to the pitcher. He looks to third. Is going to throw it to first. Get the sure out. Caleb's going to make a throw back over to Trey. Runner gets back barely enough time. The runner at first was out. It's going to be 2 outs for the Redskins. Runner on third. And that's going to bring up Jeremiah Brown. Jeremiah Brown at the bat.
Jeremiah Burnham.
Right fielder for the Redskins. He's going to swing on it. It's going to bring the count 0 and 1
Number 44,
for him.
Colin Brown. On deck, number 5, Tucker Dyson.
Correction, my bad. Batter now is Colin Brown, which is number 5, or number 44. Ball's going to be lifted in the left field. Trey Thomas is going to make an amazing play over the head to end the inning. Raiders come out of this unscathed. We'll be back in the bottom of the second. Right to on our sponsor. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back in the bottom of the second. Mason Michael leading off for the Red Raiders, followed by Trey Thomas on deck. The ball's going to call for a strike. Counts 0 and 1 for the leadoff batter. The ball's a little low, but called for a strike. Count is now 0 and 2. Ball's going to be fouled off by Mason. Count remains 0 and 2. Raiders still leading by 1 in this early game. Hopefully tacking on a few more in this inning. The ball's going to be a little bit outside. Counts now 1 and 2. That ball's going to be called for a strike. It's going to be 3. Now 1 out for the Red Raiders. Going to bring up Trey Thomas at the bat. Ball's going to be a little bit low.
For the Red Raiders, number 12.
Another ball outside. Counts now 2-0 for Trey Thomas. That ball's going to hit the dirt. Counts now 3-0. One out for the Red Raiders still. That ball's going to be called for a strike. Counts now 3-1. Another ball right down the middle. Called for a strike. Count is now full for Trey.
And the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away.
Ball's going to be swung on, lifted in center field. Ball's going to hit. Ball is going to get down. It's going to be a base hit for Trey. It's going to bring up Chase Kirkland up to bat. Runner now on first. Still one out. And Wes right after Chase. Chase scores the bunt, pulls back. Ball was low. Counts down 1-0 for Chase. That ball's going to be pitched right down the middle for a strike. Counts now 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on first.
Number 7, Chase Kirk, the batter.
Bunt's going to get down. Pitcher fields it. Throws it to first for the sure out. Runner does advance to second. That's going to bring out 2 outs for the Red Raiders with Wes Livingston up to bat now. That's going to be called for a ball. Brings the count to 2-0 for Wes. Runner's still on second. Another ball, though. It's going to bring the count to 3-0 now.
3-0 count, 2 outs.
That one's going to be called for a strike, though. Counts now 3-1. 2 outs. Ball swung on. It's going to hit right behind first base line. It's going to stay fair. West goes to second. Runner is going to score. Raiders lead by 2 now. For that double by Wes Livingston. Adam Newberry up to bat now for the Red Raiders with 2 outs.
Number 1, Adam Newberry. On deck, number 25, Taylor Hampton, and 1 run scored. And on second is Wes Livingston.
It's going to be a ball for Adam. Counts 1-0. That ball's going to be called a strike. May have been a little bit outside. Ball's going to be popped up. Count is now 1-2 with 2 outs. That ball's going to be hitting the right field out of Newberry. It's going to stay fair. Adams going to get the second. Another runner scores. Raiders now lead by 3. Caleb Houston at the bat now with a runner on second. Still 2 outs.
Caleb Houston. Number 25, Caleb Houston. On deck, number 2, Jacob Smith.
Jacob Smith's on deck. Ball's going to be outside. Counts 1-0 for Caleb. That ball's going to be a little bit low. Counts now 2-0. Another ball. Counts now 3-0 for Caleb Houston.
3-0, 2 outs.
Runner still on second. That one's going to be called a strike, though. Counts 3-1. Ball outside. Caleb's going to walk. Runner's now on first and second with Jacob Smith at the bat.
And the batter walks. Now batting for the Red Raiders, number 2, Jacob Smith. On deck, number 4, Cooper.
It's going to be a minute at the mound. We're going to take this moment to honor our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment. That ball's going to be outside. Runner goes. It's going to overthrow third baseman. Adams is going to score. Raiders lead by 4 now with the overthrow to third base. Caleb's going to move over to second. The count for Jacob is 1-0 with 2 outs. That's going to be called a strike. Count is now 1-1.
And Adam Newberry scores. 4-0.
Ball's going to be chipped into the infield. Just in the gap. It's like third baseman accidentally kicked the pitcher. He is down. Jacob was able to make it to first. Caleb moves to third. I think the bottom of the cleat of the third baseman may have hit the pitcher. He's down. Hope he's all right. Looks like he will be okay, but we are going to have a pitcher change. Just going to bring a lefty into the game. We're going to take a quick moment while they're warming up on our sponsors. We'll be right back in a moment. The new pitcher for the Bryan County Redskins is John Dowd. He's going to come in and replace number I think it was number 24, Dawson Brown. Cooper Brown's going to be at the bat. The first pitch was called a ball. Runner still on first and third. Runner first going to go. Runner's now on third and second. Two out still for the Red Raiders in the bottom of the second. That ball's going to be a little bit outside. It's going to bring the count to 2-0 for Cooper. That ball's going to be a little bit outside. 3-0 for Cooper. Raiders will lead by 4 in the bottom of the second. That ball's going to be called a strike. Counts now 3-1 for Brown. Another strike called. Full count for Cooper now. Ball's lifted into the... Oh, shortstop makes a good play. Goes back into the gap of the shallow outfield. Makes that play. Raiders gonna tack on 3 that inning. The score is 4-0. We'll be back in the top of the third. Take a quick moment on our sponsors. We'll be right back. We're back on the top of the third. Leading off for the Redskins is number 5, Tucker Dyson. First pitch is going to be a little bit outside. Call for a ball. That ball's going to be pitched right down the middle for a strike. Counts now 1-1 for the leadoff batter. Ball's going to be a little bit low. Counts 2-1 for Dyson. Ball's going to be fouled off. Counts 2-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball's a little bit outside. Call for a ball. It's full count for Dyson. He's going to foul that one off. Count remains full.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Ball's gonna be high. Ball's gonna be high. It's gonna walk Dyson. It's gonna bring on number 4 for the Redskins. The runner on first. No outs.
Coming to bat now is number 4, Bryan Meyer. On deck, Gage Hogan, number 23.
Breaking ball is gonna be a little bit high. Call for a ball. Counts 1-0 for number 4. Wesley going to pick off the first. Runner gets back in time. Ball's going to be swung on. Fouled off. Counts 1-1. Ball's going to be thrown behind the batter. Counts 2-1 now. Ball's going to be a little bit low. Brings the count to 3-1. Number 4. Runner still on first. No outs.
Hey, girls. Hey. Hey. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Runner on first. And no outs.
Ball 4. Number 4 gets walked. Runners on first and second now. Scrum number 23 for the Bryan County Redskins.
Hey.
Ball's going to be fouled off out of play.
First and second. No outs.
Counts 0-1.
You want to do it? Top of the third. Excuse me, bottom of the third.
Benedict pulled back. Ball's going to be called a ball. Brings the count to 1-1. No out still for the Raiders. Runners on first and second. They're going to bunt. Runner beats it out. Heads up play by Mason. Ball's thrown behind the runner. He is going to be able to get the glove behind it, make the catch, hold the runner up at third. But bases loaded now for the Redskins with no outs still. Number 8 is going to be at the bat now. Cam Smith. Ball's going to be outside. Counts 1-0. Ball inside. Counts 2-0 now. Number 8. It's like a timeout called by Coach James. I'll take a moment and give a little shout out to our sponsors, which is Family Vision Care in Alma, Doctors McQuaig and Hutto. Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply by Miss Lisa Coley. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales by Mr. Andy Cawthorn. Pitch is going to be outside. Count's now 3-0 for number 8. Base is still loaded with no outs. Another ball inside. It's going to bring in a run for the Redskins. Score's now 1-4. Raiders still lead by 3. Still no outs. Number 24 up now for the Redskins. Runner's going to go home. Pass ball. Caleb Howson's going to be able to pick it up, hold that runner up at third. One run does score, though. Scores now 2-4 in the top of the third. Count for number 24 is 1-0. Still no outs for the Raiders. Strike called. It's going to be 1-1. Ball a little bit high. Brings the count to 2-1 for number 24. Runners on second and third. Another ball. Counts now 3-1. Breaking ball is going to be outside. It's going to walk number 24. Bases loaded again. That's going to bring up number 10 for the Redskins. Ball's going to be high. Counts 1-0 for number 10. Still no outs for the Red Raiders, though. The ball's going to be called a strike. Another ball called. Counts 2-1. Another ball. Counts 3-1 for number 10. Ball's called a strike. Now 3-2 for number 10. Ball swung on, missed. Raiders finally get their first out. Base is still loaded though. And that's going to bring up number 32 for the Redskins.
Now batting number 32.
Ball low, blocked by Bennett. Call for a ball. Raiders still lead by 2 in the top of the third with 1 out. Ball swung on and fouled off. Swung on again, but missed. Counts now 1-2 for number 32. Ball swung and fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Ball hit the third. Trey's going to tag the bag. Shoot over to first. Close play. Close play at first. They are going to get the runner out at third. Runner at first is safe. The runner scores. Raiders still were lead by 1. Scores 3-4 in the top of third. Runners at first and second now, but 2 outs. That's going to bring up number 12 for the Bryan County Redskins.
Now batting number 12.
Ball in the dirt. Ball high. Counts now 2-0. Count is now 2-1. Number 12. And they're still on first and second with 2 outs. Ball's going to be fouled off. Brings count 2-2. Ground ball hit to second base. Mason Michael's going to field, shoot over at first. It's going to be a third out. It's going to end the or brings us to the bottom of the inning. The Redskins managed to tack on 3 points. Raiders still lead by 1 in the top of the third. We'll take a quick moment on our sponsors. We'll be back in the bottom of the third. Jake Elrod at the bat now. First pitch is going to be called a strike. Another ball inside. He's going to bring the count to 1-1 for the leadoff batter. Another ball called. It's going to bring the count 2-1 for Jake. That ball's going to be called a strike, though. 2 balls, 2 strike. Raiders looking to extend their lead this inning. Check swing by Jake. They are going to call it a ball, though. Brings the count to 4. It's 3-2. Ball hammered into center field. Center fieldsman is going to be able to make a play. Great hit by Jake. And it was just right to him. He's going to be able to make a play. It's going to be 1 out for the Raiders. Mason Michael at the bat now. Had a big hit last night in their JV game, which went in extra innings. They did win, though. Not sure the exact score. I know they went to 10 innings. Pitch called a strike. Brings count to 1-1. 1 out. Ball swung on, maybe out of play. Ooh. First baseman runs it to the fence. Ball is going to get down, but it looks like the first baseman is hurt. Hit that fence really hard. Ball did get down, but somebody told him he had plenty of room, and that fence came up on him quick, and he ran right into it. Hope he's okay. Looks like he will be okay. He's going back into the game. It's like a throwing arm. He ran right into the fence with it. He went in shoulder first. Count remains 2-2 for Mason, though, with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Off-speed pitch. Mason's going to swing on it. It's going to be 3. 2 outs now for the Red Raiders. Trey Thomas at the bat. First pitch was called a strike. That one hits in the dirt. Should bring the count to 1-1. Ball swing on. Third baseman fields it. Bobbles. Trey's going to be able to beat it out. First baseman pulls off. First baseman not going to be able to get back in time. Trey's going to be safe. Third baseman bobbled a little bit. Trey's got some wheels now. He beat that one out in plenty of time.
Now batting number 7, Chase Kirkland.
Chase Kirkland at the bat now for the Raiders. Pass ball. Trace Thomas is going to move over to second. Counts 1-0 for Chase. Another ball. It's going to bring the count to 2-0. Ball's going to be lifted in the center field. Shortstop is going to be able to go back and make a play to end the third inning. Raiders still lead by 1. We'll be back in the top of the 4th after we take a moment on our sponsors. Be back in a moment. And we're back at the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Bryan County Redskins, number 44. Ball's going to be out a little bit inside. Counts now 1-0 for the leadoff batter. Ball a little high. Counts now 2-0. That ball's a little bit low. Counts 3-0 now for number 44. It's going to be ball 4. I have a mound visit by the Red Raiders. Looks like it's going to be a pitcher change. Cooper Brown is going to be taking over the mound. We'll take a quick moment on our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment. Number 5 up now for the Bryan County Redskins. Runner on first with no outs. Let's draw off the top of the 4th.
Now batting number 5, Tucker Dyson. Number 5, Tucker Dyson.
It's going to be a bunt straight up the middle. Cooper is going to throw it to second. Get that out. Runner's going to be safe at first though. But now there's a force. Great heads up play by Cooper to be able to turn around and throw it to second. Number 4 up now for the Redskins. Runner's still on first. They got one out now. Ball's going to be a little bit low. Counts 1-0.
Bryan Meyer.
Ball's going to be called a strike. Counts 1-1 now. Breaking ball's going to be a little bit outside. Counts 2-1 for number 4. Ball's going to be hit to second base. Basin shoots over to second. Gets that runner out. Runner at first is going to be safe, but at least now there's 2 outs. That's going to bring up number 23 for the Redskins.
Now batting number 23, Cage Hogan.
Pickoff move by Cooper. Batter looked out. That was a close play. Ball's going to be called a strike. Counts 2-2. Ball's going to be fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Runner on first still with 2 outs. Top of the fourth. Another pickoff made by Cooper. Runner gets back. Runner goes. He is going to be safe at second. Counts now full for number 23. Runner's on second, though, with 2 outs. Ball's going to be high. Count is now 2-2. That's going to be called for a ball. Full count now for number 23. Runner's still on second. Ball's going to fall in shallow left field. Adam makes a diving play, but it looks like it hit off the end of his glove. Runner's going to score. Game's now tied up 4-4 in the top of the fourth with that double for number 23. Runner on second, 2 outs still. It's going to bring out number 8 for the Redskins. Raiders looking to stop the bleeding now. First pitch is going to be called a strike. Counts 0-1.
Have a good day, buddy.
Ball's going to be a little bit inside. We're at the count 1-1. Ball's going to be swung on. Counts 1-2. 2 outs. Runner's still on second, though. Ball's going to be hit to shortstop. Jacob fields it, shoots over to first. Caleb makes a tremendous play. Throws a little bit high, pulled him off the bag, but he comes down with it and tags the runner. That was a great heads-up play by Caleb. It's going to end the inning. Raiders give up 1. The score's tied. We're going to go in the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back in a moment after we honor our sponsors. And we're back in the bottom of the fourth. Wes Livingston at the bat for the Raiders. Raiders look on to attack a few runs. Gain back this lead in this inning. Ball's going to be a little bit inside, but called for a strike. Counts 0-1. Ball's going to be popped up right over second base. Maybe a little bit of trouble. Shortstop's going to catch it. It's going to be the first out for the Raiders. Adam Newberry up now.
Now batting number 1, Adam Newberry.
First pitch is going to be in the dirt. Call for a ball for Adam. Another ball outside. It's going to bring the count to 2-0. Another ball. 3-0 now for Adam. That pitch is going to be called a strike. Just right down the middle. Counts now 3-1. The ball was really inside, almost on the batter box line. But it's called for a strike. Now full count for Adam. Adam's going to swing and pop it up. It's going to be out of play. Count remains 3-2. Swung on. It's going to be hit pretty shallow in the infield. Third baseman is going to try to throw it, but then decides to try to hold it. It's going to slip out his hand. Adam's going to beat it out. Running on first now with Caleb Howson at the bat for the 1 out. Score stays 4-4 in the bottom of the fourth inning. But Caleb has the power to change that with the one swing of the bat. Takeoff move to first. Adams can get back in plenty of time.
Now batting number 25, Caleb House.
Another pickoff move to first. Adams still going to get back in plenty of time. Caleb's going to call time. Pitcher was taking a little bit too long to throw for his liking. Pitcher and catcher's going to have a word real quick. Pitch is going to be a little bit low, but called for a strike. Still 1 out for the Raiders. Runner on first. It's going to be a pass ball. Goes runner in the catcher's legs. Adams going to be able to move to second. Runner's now in scoring position. Base hit by Caleb could move Adam to third or possibly score, giving the Raiders a lead. Counts 1-1 though. Still got 1 out. Ball's going to be hit right over second base. It's going to get into the gap. Second baseman dives and misses. Adams will be able to round third and come to home. Raiders now lead 5-4 in the bottom of the fourth. Great placement hit by Caleb. Get Adam in.
Now batting number 2, Jacob.
Ball's going to be outside for Jacob. Count's going to be 0-1. No, 1-0, sorry. Caleb at first. That ball's going to be called a strike, though. Counts 1-1 for Jacob. And that one's going to be outside. Two balls and 1 strike is the count. Ball's going to be swung on. Foul tip. The catcher caught it. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Jacob. Still 1 out. The runner on first. Ball's going to be fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Jacob's going to strike out. They tried to get Caleb over there at first, but he's going to make it back in time. 2 outs now for the Raiders. He's going to bring Cooper Brown at the bat. Runners on first. Raiders lead by 1. Big old move to first. Caleb's going to get back in plenty of time. Ball's going to be called a ball. That one's a strike, though. Counts 1-1 for Cooper. Still 2 outs. And Caleb's still on first. Cooper lifts it in the left field. Left fielder's going to be able to make a play at the end of the inning. Raiders tackle on 1 to gain back the lead. We'll be right back in the 5th inning after we honor our sponsors. Be back in a moment. Now leading off for the Redskins in the top of the fifth is number 24. Ball's going to be low. Count is 1-0 to start off with the lead batter. Ball's going to be popped up in the left field. Adams going to make the play. One quick out for the Red Raiders to start off this inning. That's going to bring up number 10 for the Redskins.
Now batting number 10, Landon Thompson.
Ball a little bit inside. It's going to bring the count to 1-0 for number 10. Breaking ball is going to drop in for a strike. That's going to bring the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Another strike by Cooper. Counts 1 and 2 with 1 out. Top of the fifth. Ball swung on. It's going to be bobbled. Bennett's going to pick it up, throw it to first. I think he can get him out. 2 quick outs for the Red Raiders. And that's going to bring up number 32 for the Redskins. Ball's going to be a little bit low and outside.
Now batting number 32.
Pass ball. It's going to bring the count to 2-0 for number 32. That ball is going to be called a strike. Counts 2-1 in Cooper's favor. There's another strike by Cooper. Breaking ball thrown by Coop. It's going to be fouled off. Probably would have been a strike if he didn't foul it. Ball's going to be a little bit low. Another foul tilt. It's going to count's going to remain 3-2. Ball's going to be in the dirt. It's going to walk number 32. Raiders have 2 outs. Still leading by 1. Hoping to get out this inning unscathed. Possibly tack on a few more runs in this inning. Ball's going to be hitting Mason. He's going to shoot over to first, get the 3rd out of the inning. Raiders come out of this one unscathed. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th. Halfway on our sponsors. Be back in a moment. Leading off in the bottom of the fifth is Jake Elrod. He's going to take that one for a strike. Another strike call. It's going to bring the count 0-2 very quick for Jake. Ball's going to be hit to the pitcher. He's going to turn out throw it first and make the routine play. It's going to be one out quickly for the Raiders. It's going to bring up Mason Michael there, looking to get a big hit. Ball's going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 for Mason. Ball's going to be fouled off. Counts 0-2 quickly. Ball's going to be inside. Call for a ball. Counts now 1-2 for Mason. Ball's going to be hit to third. Shot over to first for the out. 2 outs now for the Raiders, and that's going to bring up Trey Thomas. First pitch is going to be called a strike on Trey. And that ball is going to be a little bit low. I'm going to count to 1-1. It's been a quick 2 outs on the top of the fifth, or bottom of the fifth, sorry. And that ball is going to be outside. It's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or 2 balls and 1 strike, sorry. That ball is going to be hammered into center field. Great hit by Trey. He's going to drop right in front of him. That's going to be a single for Trey off a hard hit ball. Chase Kirkland at the bat now with a runner on first. Still 2 outs for the Raiders. Ball's going to hit the dirt. Catcher blocks it up though. Trey's going to hold it first. Counts 1-0 for Chase. Chase is going to bunt it. Pitcher is going to be able to field it though and toss it to first for third out the inning. Raiders aren't able to tack on another one. But hoping to hold up these Redskins on top of the 6th. We'll be right back after we honor our sponsors. Number 44 up for the Redskins. It's going to swing. Count's going to be 0-1. Another strike. Quickly 0-2 in Cooper's favor. Fouled off, but count remains 0-2. Ball's going to be hit to shortstop, fielded by Jacob. Jacob's going to fumble the ball. Runner's going to be safe at first. Number 5 up for the Redskins is going to foul off a bunt attempt. It's going to be 0-1. Runner at first with no outs. Start off the top of the 6th. Breaking ball outside. It's going to be called for a ball. Brings the count to 1-1. Ball's going to be called strike. 1-2. That ball was called, but outside. Counts now 2-2. Swung on and missed. My number 5. It's going to be 2 down. Or 1 down, sorry. For the Redskins. Runner still on first. That's going to bring up number 4. That's Bryan. Ball hit sharply into right field. It's going to be fielded. Runner goes. Chase makes a great throw to second base. Runner took a little bit too far of a turn. Could not make it back to the bag in time. They're going to be able to get him out at second. That's going to be 2 outs for the Raiders with the runner on first. Chase kind of bobbled the ball in right field. And that runner thought maybe he could make it to third, and then Chase just shoots it over to second. Gage Hogan up to bat now, number 23. 2 outs. Runner still on first, though. Runner goes. They're going to get him, too. Great throw by Bennett Arney. He's going to one-hop the second baseman. They got him right there. His hand met Jacob's glove, and that's the end of the top of the 6th. Great 2 plays by the Raiders to get out this inning unscathed. We'll be back in a moment at the bottom of the 6th. Wes Livingston at the bat now for the Red Raiders. Ball's going to be a little bit high. Called for a ball. It's 1-0 for Wes now. Another ball. It's going to hit off the catcher's glove. Quickly 2-0 for Wes. That one's going to be called a strike, though. 2-1 for West now. Raiders looking to tack on a few more runs to extend their lead this inning. Thought the ball's going to hit it in the bleachers. 2-2 for West now. Ball hit right into the 5-6 hole. West going to round first, looking to go to second. Left field's going to bobble a little bit. West is going to hold up though. Great placement hit by West. Adam Newberry up now. Had that double, I think in the 4th or 5th inning, which scored West. Ball pitched right down the middle, called for strike. 0-1 now for Adam. Pick off move to first. West going to get back in plenty of time. Ball's going to be chopped to third base. They're going to turn a double play on the Raiders. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Caleb Housen up to bat now. So like I said earlier, he can change the score with one swing of the bat. We've seen him do it before. Ball's going to be a little bit high and outside. Another ball brings the count to 2-0. That's going to hit off of Caleb's either high shoulder or the back of his helmet. Took one for the team. Runner's now on first. It's going to bring up Jacob Smith.
Number 2, Jacob Smith.
So there's going to be a pitch hitter for Caleb. Drake Miles is going to come in to run. 2 outs for the Raiders with a runner on first. Ball's going to be low. Raiders counting 1-0 for Jacob. Jacob takes a strike, brings the count to 1-1. Ball hit right up the center. Drake's going to be able to make it to second. He's going to hold. Great hit right up the middle by Jacob Smith. That's going to bring up Cooper Brown for the Raiders now. They have 2 outs. Runners on first and second.
Now batting, number 4, Cooper Brown.
It's like a pitcher change for the Redskins. We're going to take a quick moment on our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment. Cooper Brown now at the bat. Runners on first and second for the Raiders with 2 outs. Raiders still lead by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Ball's going to be low. This is going to bring the count to 1-0. That's going to be called a strike. Brings the count to 1-1 for Cooper. Ball's hit to third base. Third baseman's going to bobble. Third baseman's going to bobble. Tries to pick it up and then go back to the bag, but it fell out of his glove. Everybody's going to be safe. Hard hit ball by Cooper. I guess he just couldn't stay with it. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Bases are loaded. And Jake Elrod's at the bat. He's been hitting good. Hopefully he can extend the Raiders' runs by a few. First pitch is going to be called a strike on Jake. Ball's going to be swung on a miss. Quickly 0-2 for Jake. 2 outs with bases loaded. Good hit ball from Jake and score 1, possibly 2, extending the Raiders' lead going into the 7th inning. It's going to be fouled off. It's going to stay foul going down third base line. Count remains 0-2 for Jake. Swung on a miss by Jake. It's going to be the third out. A hard-fought inning for the Raiders, just wasn't able to tack on another run. And then we're going into the top of the 7th with a 1-run lead. If they can hold them right here, it's game over. But we'll be right back in a moment. We'll take a moment on our sponsors. We'll be back after the break. Leading off for the Redskins in the top of the 7th is number 23. Had a good hit his last at bat. I think it was a single, possibly a double. That ball's going to be called outside. 1-0 for number 23. Another ball low. It's going to bring the count 2-0. Count's going to be 3-1. It's going to be more. Ball's a little bit outside. He's going to walk number 23, lead off batter. Just going to bring up number 8 for the Redskins. Runner on first with no outs to start off the top of the 7th. Raiders looking to hold them here. Ball's going to be called for a strike. 0-1 to start off this count. Ball's going to be tipped off. Ball's going to fall right into the hole between Mason and Chase. Runner's going to be able to advance to second. All runners are safe. Runners now at first and second. And that's going to bring out number 24, Dawson Brown. No outs, runners on first and second. Raiders looking to hold them here, not let them score any more runs. Bunt attempt by number 24. It's going to be fouled off into the net. Counts 0-1. Ball's going to be shot to first. Mason's going to make the play. 1 out. Runners on second and third now. Raiders got to hold them here. Next up for the Redskins, number 10. Breaking ball's going to drop in quickly. 0-1. Runners on the second and third. Raiders got to hold them here, or they're going to have to score a few more runs. Base hit the third. He came off. Runner's going to come off the third. Coach is not happy about that. Runner's going to come off the third. Trey's going to put the tag on. Great play by the Raiders. Runners at first and second right now. 32 at the bat. 2 outs. Great play by Bennett and Trey. Great heads-up play by Trey to throw it home. Potentially, that play may have potentially just saved this game. Ball's going to be a little bit outside. We're just going to count to 1-0 for number 32. Runner's going to steal third. He's going to be safe. Jeez. Runners at first and third. Runner's going to hold it first. Thought he was going to steal. 1-1 is the count for number 32. Raiders looking to end this game right here and now. Ball's going to be popped up into right field. Chase going to go back. He's going to make the play. And that's going to end the ball game. Great job by Chase to Raiders win 4-5 or 5-4 over Bryan County Redskins.
Okay. Really good ball game. Enjoyed it, son. Later.
That's going to end the ball game. We want to thank you for joining and listening.
That's up to you. You drive.
Watching this great win by the Red Raiders.